A very good afternoon to you, viewers across the world. Welcome to Sports File. A very good afternoon to you, viewers across the world. Welcome to Sports File on Africa Sports Network. My name is Sam. You already know what time with it. It is time for mother of all club soccer or football, whichever one you choose. Sam, you already know. So tonight we have two big games on our hand. Paris Saint-Germain in France welcoming the defending champions Bayern Munich. One neutral ground against FC Porto. You all know what the result were in the first leg. Chelsea have a 2-0 advantage going into this game. They lost last season finals to Bayern Munich. They have a 3-2 win in the first leg at Allianz Arena. So join me to discuss these epic games. Two great individuals. One, an ex-soccer player, Eddy Dombraye from Kiev, Ukraine, ex-international for Nigeria at all levels. And we have El-Papapy from New York City, an accomplished journalist in all strata. And they join me tonight to discuss this all-important Champions League games, the second round in the last 8. Kino, say something to our viewers.
Right, Sam, thanks for having me. It's absolutely great, discussing football anytime with you. Thank you.
All right, Eddy Dombraye, say hi to our viewers.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Sam, for having me on your show. I hope I will try to.
You guys for Sports Fight on Africa Sports Network with me, yours sincerely, faithfully. All right, let's go into the thick of the action. These two great games, Chelsea have 1 foot in the last 4. I will start with you, Kino. Let me hear your thought about that game between Chelsea and FC Porto.
One game that we played at the neutral ground, and is a tall order, if you ask me. Like you said, Chelsea is already 1 foot into the final. But I will say that for them, this game is an all-win game. They become plus, for any reason whatsoever. It's a tall order for Porto, but it's still doable. Chelsea needs to go out there, and just like Tuchel said, Chelsea is in this to win it. Their last performances in the Premier League and in the Champions League, I think so. I won't agree with Tuchel, but it's still not over yet until it is over. For Porto, it will be more like a history-making venture if they're able to progress after this, and for them to progress, that will mean scoring just more than 2 goals. All right, is it possible? Absolutely, yes. The only team that's been to do this, was Manchester United in the history of Champions League. Don't forget that they were able to come back, the PSG 3-1 at the Parc des Princes. That was in 2018, 2019. Possible for such to happen again today? Yes, I do believe that it could happen.
Yes, he do believe that Chelsea can get knocked out today by FC Porto, and Chelsea can also be in the last 4 to be the first English team to pick a semi-final ticket in the UEFA Champions League. All right, let me go to Eddy Dombraye in Kiev, Ukraine, because he's waiting to give us his thought. Eddy, take it from there.
Actually, okay, thanks for having me. Actually, it will be a very difficult one for FC Porto. They played well in the first game. You can see a very much improved with their new coach. And sometimes it's not just about the players, it goes about the young Porto coach. He has a point to prove. And title is slightly. So, it came with a kind of motivation to the team. And these are same players like, different characters, they have a different. So yes, finance still wants to get this. So thank you.
All right, let's still talk about that game between Chelsea and FC Porto. When you look at the numbers Chelsea have put up in Europe in recent past, Chelsea have won their first leg and European Championship leg knockout for the 11th time, progressing on 8 occasions. And the only time they failed to progress was in 1999, 2000, when they get knocked out by FC Barcelona, and in 2006 and 2007 when Liverpool knocked them out. All right, when you look at Chelsea recent result in the Premier League, their only defeat was a 5-2 home loss to West Bromwich Albion, and they've gone to win subsequent games after that horrendous defeat. How do you think Thomas Tuchel will approach this game?
Very, very proactive, if you ask me. The way he has set up the team in recent time, shows that he understands exactly the players and what he intends to do. So I want to see, and I'm hoping to see a Chelsea side that intentional today. Go out there not just to defend and possibly stop Porto from scoring 3 goals, but rather trying as much as possible to make it more difficult for Porto by scoring in fixture. So I will, if I'm Jets, my money will be on it to progress. It's going to be a tall order for Porto to score 3 away goals. I don't see that happening. Okay, so at the end of the day, it's not to approach this game to football absolutely from Tuchel, and that's what it is.
All right, talking about Chelsea team to play Porto, I have the lineup here, even though the game is just 9 minutes away to kick off. As Thiago Silva coming back, Rudiger, James Chilwell, who was on song during the first leg, and Mount, was also on that score sheet, and Havertz and Police. That means he will, got a seatbelt on the bench. Let me go to Eddy Dombraye. Timo Werner, since his big money move from RB Leipzig to Chelsea, even though he has racked up some numbers of assists, but when you come to goal scoring, he has been shy. What is really going on with Timo Werner?
Actually, I say because I'm not there with him, but I believe he has to do with confidence. And what a new team, a new country like that, most of your advice not to the media say, but it's in the Premiership. Pay attention. I think Timo will need somebody that will still show you new, but it's really going to be difficult. So the players getting more and more and more every day. You're trying to rock up those assists, but you need to score goals. You're number 9. You will both goals, so it's really telling on him.
Aquino, Thomas Tuchel seems to rely on Pulisic, who has scored on 2 games now back-to-back. Captain America has given him 2 goals, in 2 games back-to-back. Do you think he will be the man to finish the job for Chelsea tonight?
I'm for so which means that anybody score and should be able to. Pulisic has been able to provide the much needed goals, and most definitely he will point today to provide it. But you just mentioned about Timo Werner. I'm also expecting to see him step up to the plate. He's been a fantastic player for Germany. I can't really understand exactly what happens. He goes to the German side, he produces the goals, come back to Chelsea, he's firing blast, but I'm expecting him to do something about that by getting the much needed goals for Chelsea to progress.
All right, talking about getting the more needed goal, let's go to the other game, which is a repeat of last season finals between Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich. Even though PSG with Thomas Tuchel coming to Stamford Bridge and Mauricio Pochettino, going to PSG, they against all odds at Allianz Arena, they got a much needed victory, and 3 goals on the road at this stage of the Champions League is huge. I want to aim from the point of view that Bayern Munich without Robert Lewandowski, find it difficult to break down the defense line of PSG. Could that happen tonight in France?
This is going to be a mountainous one. It's going to be like LP tax for Bayern Munich. If they're able to do it, that will be a landmark achievement in the history of competition. Because I know that no side has ever progressed into the next round after losing at home in the first leg. 8 teams have tried and failed. Bayern survived that and possibly make history. Is very possible. Bayern is a very dynamic side. They score goals at will. I still can't that they lost time out, to PSG. But at the same time, you give it up to PSG. Neymar has been brilliant. Mbappe has been absolutely fantastic, and I expect these two guys to change the game and PSG into the last 4.
Yeah, we're 5 minutes away from kickoff, and we're gonna, rush so we can not deny our fans and y'all to see how this game will kick off. Eddy, PSG against all odds got a 3-2 win Allianz Arena. Mbappe and Neymar connected so efficiently and effectively to give Mauricio Pochettino that in the now coming to the return leg, Bayern Munich without Lewandowski. Do you think they can fare at PSG?
No, I did. Bayern is a very experienced team. Bayern might just win, but they not qualify. But it might be a game where there might be some red card there that will disrupt the whole get win, but might not qualify.
All right, if this Bayern Munich get the needed victory, but they qualify. The important thing is to so they beat PSG in France, and that will count to nothing, because Hansi Flick want to be the first guy to defend this trophy back to back. How could he do it without Lewandowski, Akini?
Well, it is very possible. Like I said, Lewandowski has been phenomenal. For him, that's I will say it's going to be an issue there. It's going to be a little bit problematic because right now it is that will be leading the line for them. And Chopo too is not a bad player. He's a few goals as well. He did it, in the first leg. So let's see if he can reproduce today. But if he can, against a PSG side that balanced, with the likes of Dagba, Danilo, Kipembe, and Diallo at the back line, it might be a little bit of attacks there. Okay, it's gonna be feisty. Just like Dombraye said, it's gonna be feisty. I see Bayern coming all out to get this game done. Win this game. But will PSG let them? No. Without a Lewandowski, it's also be much more difficult for them to get around PSG in this game.
Not even Lewandowski. There will be no Serge Gnabry because he also a goal scorer for that team. I think who got a goal during the first leg, is in the starting lineup. We have El-Papapy, Alaba, Hernandez, Kimmich, Mulakane, David promoting all starting for Bayern tonight, and Lewandowski just tweeted, "I believe in you." Twitter account. So we're gonna see again with Pana. We're 2 minutes away from kickoff, and I will let you guys go. Thank you for joining me. Your last word, Akini, to those who will be watching this game tonight.
All right, listen, go there, enjoy the best of football. I think this is gonna be the highlight of the competition. All right, great games that could be changing the course of history in Champions League.
All right, let me go to you. Last word for those who will be watching this game tonight from Ukraine.
I would say, like you rightly said, go there and watch the game. If you are not a fan of a specific club, have an open mind. Enjoy the thing. It will be like one of those finals before the finals.
All right, have an open mind. Final before the finals. Paris Saint-Germain hosting champions Bayern Munich. Chelsea on a neutral ground against 2004 champions FC Porto. Half time. I'll be right back for us to discuss minutes. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. See you guys. I have.
Thank you. Some thank
Thank you.
Yep. Where's my internet? Fucking slow, motherfucker.